one part of the mystery has been resolved. If you remember, I was sent this synchro slick shift, and I'm building an R380 up from a customer who brought this lot in, I think it was last August, and he brought the box in parts, so I just started to clean things up until I got a rebuild kit. But I put this bit in a box and I put another load of boxes on top of it, and I completely forgot about it. So as you can see, I've already cleaned that up in the wet bead blaster, the vapor blaster. I've already put an O-ring in here. That doesn't come with the kit, I don't think. We'll see. But anyway, it doesn't come with that. So we've got that, and I've also got the, what do you call it, the shift housing. I've already built it up, but it'll make it nice and easy to strip down because we've got to do a lot of bits and pieces on it. So I thought that might be a bit of a treat. By the way, I still haven't found out who owns the hoodies or the polo shirt. So we can take that off. I must have known there was something going on. Oh, it needed a bush, that's right, because that bush was loose, that's right. So that's why we got a white bush somewhere. I don't know where it's in the box over there. So we don't have to touch that, but if you do want to take this to pieces and put an O-ring in there, it's well advised because they do wear out. It's actually on the shaft, but you've got to take the cap out of here, and you've got to take the roll pin out of there, which is a bit of a bugger, but not too bad. And just remember, if you're going to put it in, if you forget, that's the way it goes in. That broad boss goes towards the front. Easy to forget. So what have we got in this kit? Well, we've got a bush, a sticker, another, oh no, wait a minute, please, watch the official stick shift fitting video. Don't watch that, watch me. You get to know the truth. We've got a nice new machined crucifix, and I'll show you a comparison between the two, but you can see straight away that it's a lot longer. Alright, and we've got a spacer made out of aluminium, nice bit of machining, and 4 bolts and some washers, so that's good. So let's dispose of those in the right way, and we'll get to fit in this. So the first thing we're going to do, find a pair of circlip pliers, take this clip out. Kind of easy, circlip pliers, clip, put your thumb over the end of it so it doesn't go flying across the room. Take that out, and you can see how loose that is. That's no good at all. Sometimes they wear in the middle or they even break. Bit better. Not fantastic, but it's a bit better. It won't be the housing that's gone. Anyway, at least it does come with one. Actually, before I put this in, I was sent a standard one. Let me go and get it. Here should be. Is this any different? Ooh. That's a tight fit. But is it different? Well, is it machined differently here? This is machined differently, so there must be a reason for that. But that one's going to go on the shelf. That one's going to go in the parts bin, or in the bin, should I say. And we'll put this one on, because this is the one that we need. Is that the right way? No, not that way. And we put the circlip back on. Again, keep your fingers over spring clips and circlips, because the damn things have a habit of learning how to fly. So, there we go. And we're on. That was easy. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to apply a bit of thread lock to this grub screw, and we're going to fit it onto here. Now we must observe the right position. So that is the top. I don't think there's a hole at the bottom. Let me see. No, there isn't. So it's a blind hole, so that's not too bad. I'll get some grub screw, stuffy red Loctite, and an Allen key. Will come back. I've just used a bit of brake cleaner inside the thread and on the grub screw, wherever I put it now. Here it is. I'm just going to blow that off. Finger over the end, otherwise it takes a walkabout. Now I didn't take this to bits, but it's really straightforward. There's nothing all that untoward before, you know. Let's get that onto there. Line up the hole. Right. Now, I was going to say, that's what I was going to say. When you strip this down, it's advisable to warm this up because it's been Loctited in. You see that the grub screw original one? They are very, very tight because you don't want them to come out. Right, it's going to come out of here. Obviously not. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Just one drop, that's all you need. Now, because it's got a taper on the grub screw, it should self-align. And then give it a good old nipping up. Put your hand feedback. Get rid of the excess, in excess. And then we can move on to the next bit. This bit here. Now, few things to know about this. It's got spring on, nasty. But I've already set up, I think, the bias on this, but I'm not sure. I can't remember because it was such a long time ago. But I'll set it up, the bias springs, once it's on, once the gearbox is all set up, because we'll be won't know where we are. But I've got a sneaking feeling this one's pretty good. So we need to get those springs off without losing a finger. Oh. A little socket on the end, which used in front of the tape. Oh, that one's not going to come off. Where's my screwdriver gone? Alright, it's not going to. Oh yeah, what about these? This pointy thing here. Use this to put it back on with usually. Now there's a 10mm nut here, or a bolt. We'll take that out. There you go, I must have put some Loctite on that. Now, this washer's a particularly little funny thing. It's like a spacer, but it's chamfered on both sides. It doesn't matter which way you are, but you don't really want to put just a regular washer on there. Now, how does that come? Oh, and this is it, another thing. There's a spring in here with a plunger. So put your finger over the end, and there's the spring in the plunger. We don't need that for that piece, but we do need it for this piece. So I'm going to clean off the rest of this grease because it's got a bit dry now. Wash off and the parts wash and we'll come back. Right, I've got some lithium grease here. This is the stuff I use on the clutch forks. It's really good. Available in my shop, believe it or not. I don't know why it doesn't come with the kit. It's kind of a surprise, really. Right, so that's the bottom. We're going to put some grease on your bottom. Well, sort of. Make sure that that's well lubed. Now I haven't put the spring in yet. Just want to lubricate that carry on there. So we've got the spring and the slipper. You've been probably looking for that for the last hour across your workshop, but there it is. Now let's get that into there. Right, and now we're going to push that in and drop that ball in like that. Then we take our washer along with our little tiny washer. Little bit of Loctite on there. I should have actually compared the length, shouldn't I? Well, we'll do it like that one. There's about, well, I would say about 15mm longer. Too late now, I'm not taking it out again. I'm actually thinking about it. It'll be that thick, won't it? It'll be that much longer. Now, did the box come with some gaskets? No, no gaskets. What a shame. So, looks like we're going to have to find some gaskets somewhere. I couldn't find the original ones, but I've got some here. They weren't in the slick shift box. But I'm sure there was 2 gaskets sent with the kit. We need 2, one at the top and one at the bottom. And the reason for that is this housing can fill with water. You could use silicone if you want, but this will do. FTC 4510. We're just going to put a little bit of grease on here. We'll use what's left in here. The grease usually softens up the gasket, but otherwise it's a bit too rigid. There we go. Now put that there. You see that? Line everything back up again. The bottom gasket's come out of it. Right, I'll tighten those bolts down and we'll be back. Right, the next thing we've got to do is put the springs back on, and that's why we've got a small long socket on here. We're going to wind that onto there, pull this down and over the top, pull it back. So there's this one here. I bet many of you have lost an eye doing this. There we go, that's it, done. So that'll make you change gear a lot faster. I don't know why, but anyway, people like that. Hey, and another thing, these gear shifts are not armrests, so don't be driving around with a bloody arm on them, because that's what buggers up all the synchros, in my opinion. So that's nice and tight. Like I said, 25 Newton meters on those bolts, and you are good to go. And you can see when I change this, the bias puts it back into the middle, but we'll set that up once the gearbox is on. So that's us done for today. See ya.